What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So I don't know why nobody is mentioning this. I don't know why nobody's saying anything, especially, top analysts and experts to cover cryptocurrency. And maybe it's because it creates too much hype into crypto and belief into crypto and seeing the success. I don't know. You would want people to continue to invest into cryptocurrency, but a lot of hype has been around these ETFs, right? When we look at what's going on in cryptocurrency, we always want to go to the traditionalists. Are traditionalists going to be investing into cryptocurrency? And the best way that you can think about them investing into cryptocurrency is by not being a part or not signing up for these other platforms, right? For a Coinbase or a Kraken or anything. Like, we obviously want to sign up for those, but a lot of traditionalists that just want to focus on, investing into the stock market and different businesses and seeing the financials and seeing how things grow based on that, they don't typically want to have another platform to invest into crypto with. Now, granted, we are seeing some of these other platforms like a Fidelity or Charles Schwab or whatever that offers the ability to buy Bitcoin and Ethereum, some of the top cryptocurrencies that are there. And then eventually they're going to offer, ADA and some other major cryptocurrencies within the top 10, the top 25. But the one thing that has been kind of this saving grace for traditionalists to get into the crypto market, at least during this time, would be the ETFs. Many different ETFs that we have on this list. As we go down the list, we can see, you have iShares a Bitcoin Trust. You have a Grayscale Bitcoin Trust ETF. You have an ARK, 21 shares ETF, and so on and so forth, right? Whether it's Ethereum or Bitcoin or XRP or Solana or whatever, you have these ETFs that are following or tracking with Bitcoin. But that is not the thing that is going to make cryptocurrency go from where we are today to a multi-10, $20 trillion market cap, competing with, honestly, the stock market in value. And you may ask yourself, like, how are you going to be able to do that? Like, you look at the stock market, where is the difference between the stock market and where we are in cryptocurrency, and what is cryptocurrency, right? Well, first, those two are completely different things. But if you look at the similarities in the things that you're investing, there is a larger difference that could make cryptocurrency a complete household name, and many people in the traditionalist space will want to invest into these overall. So before we get started in this, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more of these videos. Also, make sure you check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter and Patreon, those links are close to the top of the description. But the very top link at the description is for BTCC. So if you're interested in signing up for this platform, it's a great platform to where you can leverage trade up to a 500x leverage. I don't always recommend 500x leverage. I recommend somewhere around a 2 to 10x leverage. Give yourself some breathing room and, give yourself some room to be wrong. But you can also trade outright. So if you want to buy it and just hold it where you own 100% of the Ethereum that you bought, you can do that as well. You can also demo trade. And if you specifically use my link, you'll get extra stuff where you get a 10% deposit bonus, extra bonuses up to $10,055, and you'll have 40% lower trading fees. So if you want to start actively trading, short-term, swing trades, long-term trades, feel free to check out that link at the top of the description. Now, again, we mentioned all of these ETFs. There's plenty of ETFs, but the one thing that really sets it apart from, kind of the success and consistency that you see in the stock market is honestly the most simple thing to think about. And I've said it in plenty of videos, plenty of live streams, is that we need an all-encompassing ETF. If we have something that tracks the entire market, that is the thing that will absolutely explode cryptocurrency as a whole. Now, if we look at where cryptocurrency is right now, it's up by about 5%. It's at a $2.85 trillion market cap. Round up to $3 trillion market cap. If you look up the value of the entire stock market and just type it in, value of stock market, you will get that. It says, what is that, 54 trillion. Is that right? It's not giving me the full value of it, but it's in the trillions, right? Let's look at multiple tens of trillions of dollars. I just for some reason can't find it. I had it up, but it's not up. But either way, it's multiple trillions of dollars. If you have the answer, feel free to put it down below because I just don't want to look it up right now for some reason. It's not popping up. But either way, you're seeing it in the multiples of trillions of dollars. And the difference between stocks and crypto, right? One, there's a huge difference between those two, right? You're talking about the currency that you can use to buy different things or, obtain different assets or whatever, right? An asset to acquire an asset versus businesses that are providing a service or a product to obtain that currency, right? It could be a cryptocurrency. It could be the dollar, right? But cryptocurrency should be a lot more valuable as we move along, whether you're talking about Bitcoin, which can be compared to gold, or you're talking about Ethereum or XRP that can be compared to a natural transaction-based currency. You're looking at kind of apples and oranges there. But when you look at the investment side of things, how can you find a way to grow this to that next level? And if we go into the stock market and we wanted to look into the SPY or invest into the SPY, which means you're investing into multiple companies, not just one specific company, you can invest into the broader market itself. And what can't you do in cryptocurrency? You can't invest into the broader market. You can invest into Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP. You can invest through a third party, basically not essentially owning it, but the fund owning Bitcoin. But it still is only tracking Bitcoin. With all of these ETFs, it still is only tracking Bitcoin. It still is only tracking Ethereum. And that's why we need an all-encompassing thing so that people that don't have a clear understanding about cryptocurrency or a clear understanding about Bitcoin itself or Ethereum itself or XRP itself, they can now invest into a broader sense of the market, a broader, span of the market and see, 30% Bitcoin, 20% Ethereum, 10% XRP, 5% AVAX, whatever, and have the broader market as their holdings. Meaning that they are putting money into whatever the fund is looking to put a lot of money into, whatever the percentages are, but they can see the breakdown and what they're all invested into. It's not just one specific thing. So once we get to that point, once we get to the point where they have an all-encompassing ETF or multiple all-encompassing ETFs, where it's a cryptocurrency ETF or it's a gaming crypto ETF or a staking ETF or something, something there, you now can see so much more growth because you have so much more of an inflow of money that people believe that it's safer because you have multiple investments that you're putting your money into. Just like you investing into, the SPY or investing into SCHD and seeing many different things or many different pieces that it's a part of. I just, got this layout, which is pretty cool, but I don't know how to navigate fully through it. So I want to see if we can break that down and see everything that's in something. So if I wanted to look at, SCHD, then I can look at kind of everything that is included in here with this full breakdown. So it doesn't necessarily give me that as of right now, but I know if I go on the regular website, it will give me it. But either way, the point is that when you're in the stock market, you can invest into multiple things, right? Multiple things. And when you're in, and that's by investing into one specific position. When you're in the crypto market, you have to invest into that specific coin or invest into another specific coin. And it's something that can completely change the crypto market, in my opinion, and I think will be talked about a lot more. And once that does happen, many others will somehow start to see the value in cryptocurrency. We'll start to say, maybe this is going to be worth $10 trillion. Maybe this is going to be worth $20, $30 trillion, $40 trillion. And when it is, and when we see these all-encompassing ETFs, and when we see the adoption and the belief in cryptocurrency and use of cryptocurrency, there's going to be a lot of people that are eating their words, and a lot of people that are like, I'm glad that I invested into cryptocurrency when I had the chance. So anyways, let me know what you think about my takes here. Do you believe that an all-encompassing ETF will explode cryptocurrency to the next level, or do you think that that doesn't matter either? I want to know your opinion. Comment down below. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And guys, I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.